everybody.
Hi. Looking so cute here. Okay.
Here we are, Lisa Madsen and Tammy Craig
Smith.
Oh, I forget.
Yep.
Okay, yes, I was just at her wedding in October, but I never called her by her new last name. Okay, you forget. Okay, well, this is Tammy Craig.
Hi, guys.
And Smith, and she is the one. I know when you guys see me doing my Facebook Lives and my recruiting video that I made here, every time I sit and I have this in the background, of course, with our beloved Mary Kay Ash, but also with all the crowns from being #1. And
look, I'm wearing Lisa's crown.
There she is.
I'm wearing one of her crowns right there. You get one too. There you go. Okay.
So anyway, so Tammy is actually the one that gifted me with the shadow box, with my crown. She surprised me the day I became a national sales director when she flew out to my debut in Wisconsin from Salt Lake City, and she gave me that. And we had a house built once I became a national, and we centered a whole cabinetry around that. And now when we gutted our condo and redid it, we had it brought down here, and it just means the world to me. But what is going on today, you guys are going to like freak out because you are so fortunate. She came here for lunch. She was just at
Dan made me the best omelet I ever had in my life.
Oh, the best. Wow,
so good.
That's pretty
the guy
amazing.
Can cook.
That
guy can cook.
The guy
and this condo is beautiful. Oh my gosh. They remodeled it since I was here last time, and Vicki and Alan Off helped him with that. Hello, shout out the Off. And it's like taking my breath away. It's amazing.
Yeah, it turned out great. So we're really excited. But love having her here. She was just at Feel the Power with a bunch of our national friends. And I spent the time here just regrouping and spending time in my condo and doing boxers to my area. And yet she said to me, can I come over and see your condo redone? And I'm like, sure. She said, let's go out to lunch. I said, okay, great. Dan will make omelets. So anyway, so yeah, so that was even better. So we've been here just hanging out, having fun. And she has got me so wound up. I mean, I already was wound up, but she wound me up. I'm wound up. I'm wound up to a whole new stratosphere from having Tammy talking about the cruise with me. So I said, would you talk to my director? So she just left a great boxer for directors only. When you're a director, you'll get those boxers. And she just left that. And as I'm listening to her, I thought, oh, if I could just get her to do one more thing before she gets in the car and drives how many hours?
6.5.
6.5 hours back to her place. I thought if I could just get her to do a quick Facebook Live for all of you, that would be even better. So here she is, the amazing, the incredible, my dear friend who I love to pieces.
We go way back.
Yeah.
I got to be the first runner-up to Lisa Madsen for 75 years because she was doing 2 million when we were doing million, but boy, did I learn a lot. So anyway, love you, Lisa. So, okay, guys, here's the deal. Have you heard about this cruise, Destination Red? Of course you have. It's all the talk of Mary Kay, and it is phenomenal. And I know Lisa's already told you, and your directors have told you that the company's never done this before. I've been with Mary Kay 25 years. Last month in January is my 25th anniversary. And truly, never have they had a promotion where every consultant, no matter how long they've been in Mary Kay, no matter how new they were in Mary Kay, could earn a trip like a top director trip. Like this is Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. My husband and I love to cruise, and we go on a lot of cruises. And Royal Caribbean is one of our favorite cruise lines.
Is it really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The food is so much better than other, I won't bad talk any cruise line. But I was so excited when I saw that it was Royal Caribbean that company. Of course it is. The company would always pick one of the best, but they are so clean. I have a clean issue, and I love everything to be spotlessly clean and just beautiful. You've seen the ship. You've seen the videos where they've just remodeled it. It's like you're gonna love it, and it's super expensive to go on cruises because everything's included. And then the company's paying your airfare too. I almost died. Like, depending on where you live, that can be $600 per person, and you get to take anybody you want. It's just so cool. So I don't need to tell you all that, but what I do need to tell you is that I sat down and thought, okay, how can we make sure, like give people an absolute factual way to win this cruise? Like if I know the rules and somebody maps it out for me, and I know I just do follow the map, if you will, that I'm guaranteed it'll work. So I sat down and I figured out the Mary Kay math for this cruise. Okay, so here we go. Math doesn't lie, right? 2 + 2 is always going to be 4. Every time every time. 10 times 2 is always going to be 20, right? Math doesn't lie. So that's how my brain works. That's why I have the 4-hour plan.
Yes.
It's all around numbers. It's why I have the mental bath. You do those 4 things every day. You'll keep your head clean. So you should be doing those things too. But here's how you're going to secure your spot on the cruise. Ready? Prove me wrong. I double dog dare you to prove what I'm about to tell you. Triple dog dare you, Dan says, to prove me wrong. I would love for you to prove me wrong because I know you can't. Okay, so here we go. You know how to hold a skincare class unless you're brand new, and all you have to do if you're brand new is just watch the DVD from your starter kit, okay? So skincare class is teaching people how to use our skincare products. So if you are willing to do 36, write it down, 36 beauty experiences, skincare classes. I love the word beauty experience because in this day and age, that's what people are into. You know, spas are doing very well because people love to go have the experience. By the way, Tina France taught her beauty experience at Feel the Power, and it was off the chain, Lisa, just saying. If you want to get her to, you're directors, you've got directors that do these things and brilliantly, like you guys have all this training, so it's not hard to do, right? But if you're willing to hold 36 of those in the next 16 weeks, because as of March 1st, you're going to have about 16 weeks left of the promotion that ends June 30th. So you don't have to take all 16 weeks. If you're willing to hold 3 classes or 4 or 5 a week, you can do this much faster. And if you've already held some classes and gotten some results from it, and you've already got some wholesale in toward the cruise, then you're steps ahead. You can count any class that you've done from January 1st till now as part of your 36. Okay, you don't have to start from square one if you've held some. But if you haven't held any yet, and you do 2 a week, and maybe 1 or 2 weeks you'll have to do 3, you can get those 36 parties in, okay? So 36 parties times even 200 retail per party is what? $7,200 in retail sales. $7,200 in retail sales. Again, 36 parties, if you average 200 in retail. Now, you guys, if you've not held 10 parties recently, you don't know what your average is because you can't average 1. If it's been a long time since you held this class, you don't really have an average yet. But I promise you, if you are just reading the flip chart page by page and you have 5 or more people sitting at the table, you're going to sell 200 because 2 people buying even just basic skincare and 4 people buying nothing is a $200 party. So that's why I'm using the figure 200 because it's so realistic. An average party from someone who has held 10 parties recently is really going to be more like 400. So I'm not going to use 400. I'm going to really give you believable numbers. So let's just say you only sold 200. 1 person out of 5 or 6 buys a Time-Wise repair. That's a $200 party. Okay, so 7,200 retail puts 3,600 in your pocket minus whatever hostess credit and things you give away or costs of your samples. And then the other 3,600 covers one of the qualifications for the cruise. So the 3,600 in wholesale is going to come from those 36 parties, right? Okay. Well, when you do 36 parties, and let's say you don't get 6 to 8 people, maybe you only have 5 average. Now you guys get that number because you've got to make sure you're coaching your hostess and you do the work ahead of time to connect with the people that are invited to get them excited about coming. You don't just leave that to chance. I've got a great coaching training too. Lisa has access to that. So you can listen to how to work with your hostess so she's excited about the party and she will help you get at least 5 people there. So we're going to use 5 people average coming to a party times 36 parties. Okay. That comes to 180 people. So 36 parties with 5 people at them on average is 180 faces that you would be in front of in the next 16 weeks. Okay. 180, write that down. Well, on average, I would say 1/3 of the people at a skincare class actually follow through and listen to full-blown marketing some way. Marketing, by that I mean, for those of you that are new, listen to the Mary Kay Business Opportunity. Because if you're using your flip chart at your classes, there is a part in there that asks them to do that, okay? And so you never want to leave a party without selling product, right? Selling sets, asking people to listen to the opportunity, and booking more parties. Those are the 3 things that I learned 25 years ago you're supposed to do at every beauty experience. And so make sure you're doing that. So if you're asking everybody at the table to do you a favor and listen so that you can earn this cruise and, you know, you do whatever you want for them, give them a coupon for later when they purchase from you, or give them a free eyeshadow, whatever you want to do. But I swear, if you just ask people, just say, guys, I have an opportunity to earn this cruise, and show that really quick, what is it, a 2 or 3 minute clip of the video while they're doing satin hands or whatever, and say, see this cruise, I have an opportunity to win this. And if you'll just listen to how Mary Kay works as a business and give me your honest opinion of what you think of our marketing plan, I get credit for that. So however you're asking people, Lisa has taught you, your directors have taught you how to ask it, but at these parties, you have to be willing to ask that. Because if you do my plan, but you don't ask everybody at the table if they'll help you out by listening to the opportunity, it's not going to work. See, I guarantee this will work, but you've got to do it the way I'm telling you to do it. So you can't chicken out and not ask them to listen. Aren't you glad somebody asked you to listen? Did it change your life? Yeah. So that's what you're doing. Okay. So 180 people, if a third, even just 1/3 of them follow through and listen, that's 60 people listening to our business plan. Okay. Just like you listened to it when somebody asked you to listen and you were impressed and you thought, yeah, this, I do want to do this for whatever reason you signed up. They will too, because our average in our company is 1 out of 5 people listening will give themselves a chance at the opportunity. So if 60 people of those 180 listen, and guess what? A lot more could listen, but I'm just giving you realistic numbers here, really conservative numbers. Okay, so if only 60 listen and 1 out of 5 sign up to do it like you did, that's 12 recruits right there, 12 new team members. Again, all came from your willingness to do 36 parties. It all goes right back. Everything happens at the skincare class, you guys. That's how this business was set up. You're not supposed to go to the skincare class and then try to call her back and forth for 2 weeks to see if she'll come listen to the opportunity, to see if, no, you're making this too hard. Lisa and I, we didn't have time for that. When somebody said you walk out of every party with sets sold, or you hope, you don't have control of selling to everybody, but your goal was to sell sets of products, skincare sets. Make sure you got 2 bookings from every party and ask people to listen to the business opportunity. All I had to do was hear that once. Okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm a rule follower. I will do that at every party. Plus the flip chart said it for me. And you've got the best flip chart, excuse me, that we've ever had. Are you using it? Use it. Okay, so you're asking them for the opportunity to listen. They listen, and 12 recruit. Sorry, I'm all of a sudden choking. Yeah, I'm maybe a little sip. We know that we're real, aren't we? Okay, I think I'm just so excited. I'm starting to choke myself up. But anyway, okay, so we've got 12 new team members, and only 6 of those 12 need to be qualified, and your directors will help you with that, unless you're already good at doing that part because you're a seasoned consultant. But don't worry about it. All you have to do as a consultant is hold the parties and tell your director about the people who are listening, and she can help you learn how to follow up with that. And just trust me, if you have 60 people listening in the next 16 weeks from those parties, your director will help you do the rest. So you get 6 qualified from that. Check another box on how to earn the cruise. Thank you, Lisa. And then last but not least, you need 3 people to become red jackets who have never been a red jacket before. Well, let's go back to how many recruits you got from doing the 60 interviews. You got 12 new team members to come into the business. Don't you think that 25%, 1/4 is all? 3 out of those 12, is that realistic? Yes. They catch on and say, well, I want to take advantage of the income Mary Kay will pay me for team building too. I know that when I came into this business, I came in to prove it wouldn't work. I really did, because I just couldn't believe the marketing plan. And my director said, well, if you don't believe it, just prove it wrong. Okay, just like I told you to do with this contest and this 36 classes idea. So I really got started on a dare, and because I love the product, and I thought worst thing that can happen is I get my own stuff at cost, and that saves money, and I love Mary Kay skincare. So yeah, but I'll kind of go through this little new consultant orientation, and yeah, I'll go out and hold my 30 faces. And do you know that from the day I bought my starter kit to 4 months later, I earned my first Mary Kay card. Now, I didn't know what I was doing. I was brand new. I was just using the flip chart and then having people listen to the business opportunity. And we ended up having 12 recruits over that time period and earned a car, honestly, by accident. So if I can earn a car in that short time, not knowing anything I was doing, don't you think you could have 3 people that would come in that would get 3 people on their team? Absolutely. My director did 2 marketing events And I got people to those events, and we had 6 people sign up from 2 events. I mean, people are getting in their red jackets right now, you guys, in a week, because they're having enough people listen. So to say you're going to have 3 people earn red jackets out of your 12 is really conservative. All right. But I'm one that always over compensates for the numbers. I would rather tell you you're going to get 3 recruits or 3 red jackets and see you get 6, instead of the reverse of say, gosh, you could have 6 and then have you only get 2 or 3, right? So I think you're going to prove me right in a big way, but I think you're going to prove me wrong in that all your results are going to be much bigger than this. So that's the scoop. The question is it's not a matter of whether you can or can't be on that cruise ship. It's a matter of whether you will or won't hold 36 beauty experiences in the next 16 weeks. It's that simple. So just ask yourself, is it worth trying it? What's the worst thing that could happen if I have 36 parties? Can you imagine how your skills are going to be by the time you finish that? The cruise is going to be great, but when you're finished with this and you have done so much with your business and proven to yourself how great you really are, and you're so fired up because your class is so polished, when you do something 36 times in a row in a short time frame, you get really good at it. Think about it. If you played tennis 36 days in a row, you'd be so much better on the 36th day than you were on the first day. So that's the real beauty in doing this. Yes, the cruise is going to be awesome, but when the cruise is over, you're going to turn around and look at the organization you have built, this incredible business. And my gosh, many of you will have earned your car by accident, just like I did, because of the momentum that will kick in. Many of you that are already in red jackets right now could be sales directors by the time this is over. All of those great things are going to come from it. So when the cruise is over, it's really going to be about the incredible business. I know I'm repeating myself, that you turn around and go, look at my team. Oh my gosh, I've got a team of 3, 10, 6, 8, 14 people. And I've changed all those lives. And look at them. They're making money. She had a $500 party and made $250 for her family last night. Because I just remember feeling that way when Lisa and I both debuted as nationals. I remember thinking how brilliant Mary Kay was, because yes, we became a national area. But when I turned around and I looked at what it had done for all those people's lives that had to come together to make that goal happen, that was the real win. And so in the process of this, you're going to change people's lives, so many of them, so many more than you would have if this cruise hadn't been thrown out there. And that's the real win, you guys. So get on the phone, book those parties, and make it happen.
Oh my goodness, Tammy, thank you so much for sharing all of that. And I just have a couple things that I want to add to it. I was taking notes as she was talking. You know, you can never just sit as a national and listen to someone with her brilliance without wanting to add just a little bit. Yes, and I'm sorry, I'm jangling. It's my those are my trips I've been on in Mary Kay that just got it back because we just got our last 2 charms. So yeah, it's a little jangly. We weren't planning on doing a Facebook Live, so I'm so sorry. But some of the things you were saying, number one, about being confident, you know, getting the confidence from doing the business and working those numbers, but then you get the confidence from doing it. And as you were telling the story, I just heard about Natasha Simmons, who was the first one to join this Facebook Live today. She's in Casey Chipwood's unit. Listen to this. You're going to freak out.
Hi, Casey Chipwood, if you listen to this.
Yeah, but she will, because I'm talking about
her. I know
her.
Casey.
Yeah, you know Casey. Well, you're going to know Natasha soon, too.
Hi, Natasha.
Natasha has been in Mary Kay for 5 years, and she's done and has never done the Perfect 6, the Madison area Perfect 6. And in January, she completed her first Perfect 6. They get to be a part of our little, we have a huddle group on Mondays at noon for the beauty consultants that do Perfect 6s or their DIQs or on target for their car. Well, she completed her first Perfect 6 in January. 6 parties, 6 shares, 600 wholesale. It shattered her belief level. That's what brought it up in my head, because you were talking about that. You know, confidence comes with doing, confidence and belief comes with doing the activity. It increased her deserve level. She ramped up her skill level. It multiplied her confidence. Everything Tammy was just talking about. And then bam, she did it again in February. February's not even over.
Good job.
And she's done. Natasha is done again. Back to back, 2 perfect 6 months. And now listen to this. Listen to what happened in February because of it. Her parties averaged about $100 per party. So when she set her sales goal for February, the highest she could even picture was $700 in retail at 6 parties, because she was averaging $100. Okay. but it changed. Natasha's 7th party in February, here's what happened. She had 7 guests. So you heard Tammy. She's talking about don't just do 36 parties.
Right. No.
She's saying coach them.
Yes.
Get the people there.
Oh, you have to have at least 5 or it won't work. You can't hold a party with 3 people and count it as 20 or 36. It won't count.
And there you go. So you got to have 5. So she had 7 guests. She got 59 referrals from it. She got 6 bookings from it. And get this, she had a $744 in sales.
Wow.
So
at one party.
One party.
Wow.
And had never done the perfect 6. And 2 months of it. Now, it was just this past weekend. I mean, she crushed it. Yeah. February 2019, it's a 583% increase over February of 2018.
Wow.
Plus, she's earned 2 promotions up the career path in the last 20 days.
I bet she has.
And is about to become a red jacket.
Yay!
A red jacket.
Oh
so think about it, you guys. What Tammy is talking about, it is
works.
so
it's
true.
Math. It's Mary Kay math. Math doesn't lie. Prove me wrong. Just go do it and prove me wrong. Yeah. But don't not go do it and say that you want to earn the cruise.
Wow. I love it. I love it. It's true. It's true. And then here's the other thing. Now, there are people, Tammy, that are afraid to go on a cruise ship.
Absolutely.
And,
yes, absolutely.
And so guess what?
So the company thought of how to fix that. They knew that.
They thought of it.
So guess what?
$1,500 cash.
They'll give you instead if you don't want to go on the cruise. $1,500 you're going to get. Where do you want to go?
Yep. Wherever you want to go. If you want to go on dry land,
right?
You take your $1,500 and do that. Yep. Yeah. And then the other thing you mentioned is, the fact that they're flying you in to Miami. They're paying for your plane ticket. Like she said, from her part of the country, Utah can be like $600 to fly to Miami. Well, when you mentioned that, it brought up in my mind. I don't know if you know this, but my retreat is the weekend before the cruise. So I was kind of freaking out a little bit for a minute, but then I started thinking, because I'm really smart.
Yeah.
So I started thinking, wait. They said they would fly you. Yes. They would fly you in. So I called Laura Beitler and I said, okay, my retreat is the weekend before. She's my guest speaker.
Right.
So I'm like, cool. So I'm like, why did you pick this week? But then I thought about it. And so I said to her, would you fly my people from Madison, Wisconsin to Miami to the cruise and back to their home city? And she went, she double checked with travel. Yes. Yeah. They will fly. So this is the cheapest flight to my retreat for all my people, because all they have to do is get a one-way ticket to Madison, Wisconsin, and they get to drive an hour to the retreat. That's it. Wow. One-way ticket. It's the cheapest trip to my retreat. Our retreat should be off the charts huge because it turned out to be right when they're doing that.
That's so smart.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
I know.
So you just got to get to Madison, and then they'll fly Madison to Miami and back.
Yep. And then if you're taking your husband or whoever, if they're not coming to the retreat, they don't want to come to the retreat, that's fine. Just meet them in Miami, and the company will fly them into Miami.
That's awesome.
Yes. So Tammy talked about the recruiting. We know how to do it. Just want to remind you of my app, the Madison Area app. You don't know how to look at it or find it, talk to your director, get it. And on there, Keep It Simple, we have got where I train on recruiting from your parties. It's right there. Talk to your director, see what to do. But there are 3 questions about flexibility, about if you gave your guts, could you make a lot more money? And the third thing is, are you praised at your job? On that app, I've got a training on recruiting. Darcy Gurkowski, you guys, was at, you'll love this. She was at 2 qualified team members last year on January 17th, started using those 3 questions. She'd heard about them for 17 years, never used them at her parties. She sold $80,000 in a year, $90,000 a year, #1 in sales. Whoa. And she decided January 17th last year to start asking the 3 questions that are on Keep It Simple. She started asking them, and guess what happened? She did National Court of Sharing.
Oh my!
She did National Court of Sharing
from making that
that one
decision
shift
to start using what was already there.
That one shift that was there. So she said she was nervous. Wow. They all heard her. If they were at seminar, they heard her. She said the sweat was rolling down her back. It was not comfortable. Wow. And then what she did was then she gave them lmadsonsharing.com, which is my recruiting video, which I made a newer one. You remember the old one I had?
Oh yeah.
Now I have a new one.
Oh,
with
good.
with your crowns in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone that just watched it the other day said, I love the crowns. I want those crowns.
Yeah.
So
well,
thank
you can get them if you'll just go hold 36 parties.
So anyway, so that happened. And bottom line is this, you guys passed out LMATs and sharing. Darcy started giving them LMATs and sharing from the party, one-on-one consultation after she had done the 3 questions at the beginning of the party, one-on-one consultation, built her up. What would I say to her? I would look at her and I would say, Tammy, I just have one more thing to ask. I've sold a product. I've booked a party. Okay. I've done all of that. But now I look at her and I say, Tammy, I have one more thing. You know, at the beginning of the party, when I talked about the company, and I know everybody pointed at you, that they thought you'd be great at this. And I have to tell you, Tammy, I have to say, when you walked in that door today, I looked at you and I thought, oh my gosh, she is sharp. You know, she's got on this gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful outfit, jewelry to match, everything, beautiful pants, everything about her hair, her makeup, everything oozes style and class. But you know what else, Tammy? Besides the outward appearance, what I saw today was someone with a heart, someone who is genuine, someone who lays it on the line with her friends, because you said a few things that I thought, wow. And you know what? You have a great relationship with them. They love you. They respect you. They look up to you. And I have to tell you, you are exactly the type of person that I look for to become a Mary Kay Beauty Consultant, because you are absolutely stunning on the outside, brilliant, and heart on the inside.
She's so good at bringing people.
So I have to ask you, see, these are all 2 things about her. So just so you know. So I have to ask you, Tammy, in your wildest dreams, could you ever see yourself doing something like this for fun or extra cash?
I actually could. I mean, it was so fun today. Really, you're just having fun. I think I could do it. Didn't look too hard.
Awesome. Well, and then I would go, if she said yes right away, well, then I would go into, would you have any questions, scale of 1 to 10, you know, and see if she wants to sign up right on the spot. Because some people are ready to sign up on right on the spot.
If you had asked me after watching a good class like Lisa would have done, I would have said yes. My personality style would have said yes. Okay. And then I would have given her the thing, had her sign up online. I would have had her sign up right then and there. Now, here's the deal. I would also know, then she might get home and say, what did I just do? What did I just do? I would still give her lmatsandsharing.com. And here's what I would say to you. Tammy, you know what I love is everything else I just said, but there was one thing I didn't know about you, and that is you're a decisive woman. And I have to tell you, now I'm really excited to work with you, because I love people that are decisive. And I would love to send you home. Just between now, we'll touch base in the next couple of days about training, you know, setting you up for new consultant orientation and stuff. But I'd love to send you home with a video. It's 49 minutes. It's kind of long, but it's my national sales director, which is now your national sales director. And I would love to have you watch it. 49 minutes, you know, you could be doing it while you're exercising. You don't just have to sit in front of a computer for 49 minutes. Exercise, whatever, and just watch it. And then you'll know your heritage. You'll know what you are a part of. Okay. I'm excited. Yeah, I'd love to watch
Awesome. Well, it's LMATs and sharing. Then I send that home. Now that's if she signs right away. I still give her this, because so she doesn't go home and a best friend says, what did you do? What? Or the husband says, are you nuts? You know, I want her to have something positive and not to go look at something stupid. Okay. So, but let's say she says, well, do the whole, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I've just got so much going on in my life, and I've never been into selling stuff.
Okay. You know what, Tammy? I totally understand. Oh my gosh. I know exactly how you feel, because I felt the same way. But I have to tell you, I was in total shock when I sat down and listened to it. And I totally get that it's not something you're interested in doing. Totally get that. I know you're just, everything's perfect and everything's great. You're busy and all that. But I guess what I would love to do is have you watch an online link of my national sales director as a favor to me. And here's why. Because quality women attract quality women.
Oh, that's true.
And I find that, you know, I think you'd be amazing. And even though it's not for you, see, I take it right away from her. Even though it's not for you, I find that even though if it's not for you, I just find that it'd be so awesome for you to watch it with an open ear, because maybe you know someone in your life that could use extra money.
I actually was thinking about my sister.
You were?
I was watching the class. She's just had another little baby about 6 months ago, and she really doesn't want to go back to work. So yeah, I could share with her.
Awesome. Awesome. And I'd love you to watch it first. And then you could be a talent scout for me. And you know what, Tammy, I just want you to know, I do give away free product as a thank you, like a finder's fee.
Cool.
Yeah. So I have to tell you, if you do refer someone back to me that does not have a Mary Kay Beauty Consultant, because we don't take any other people's customers, if you would refer someone to me and she becomes my team member, I would give you $100 in free product.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Now, why am I offering her so much? Look at her. Sharp, smart, decisive. Do you see what I'm saying? So I totally would offer
Diane
her.
Cole. Hi, Diane Cole.
Yes, she.
Diane
Yes,
Cole?
she just
Hi,
put
Diane.
all these names because she wants them all to see this.
Hi, Diane.
She's
buddies.
recognizing some names.
All my buddies.
There you go. So anyway, so that's the scoop. That's
That's
it.
the scoop.
I mean, that's it.
That's
You
simple.
guys, you do this. You do this. Like she said, the numbers she gave you,
The
the
work.
people you see, the work.
Yeah, just focus on, I'm just going to go do these 36 beauty experiences and see what happens. It just takes all the craziness out of everything and just goes, okay, just give me the step. Just go do 36 as fast as you can. And the worst case scenario is you become a master consultant at doing parties and you make thousands of dollars. Like, think about it. In the next 14 weeks, we'll be right on the cusp of summer. All the extra cash you have to do whatever you want. That's the worst case scenario. Nothing bad can happen when you commit to 36 beauty experiences. I just can't wait to see what happens. And we're going to have to forward this video to my area because I haven't even done this for my consultants yet. So maybe we can figure out how to do that.
Yeah,
Dan's here.
well,
Dan's
I don't
the
know how to
techie
do it.
guy. Dan
Yeah.
can figure this out.
Yeah,
So
we'll get someone.
anyway, you guys, I can't wait to watch and hear all the people. I told everybody at Feel the Power because I did share this at Feel the Power, and I said, and when you get on that cruise ship and everybody asks you how you do it, you got to say hashtag Tammy Craig Smith told me if I held 36 beauty experiences, I'd be on the ship, and here I am. And then you have to tag me in it because I know there's going to be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of you that do. And I'll say this again. It's not a matter of whether you can or can't hold 36 beauty experiences. It's a matter of whether you will or you won't. It is all up to you to do it. So can't wait to see who does. And by the way, all the Madison area directors have committed because there is no way that they're going to have a consultant earn this cruise and them not be there to have all the fun with you. So watch your director. She's going to be finishing it. Can you imagine spending that whole time away, floating around on the ocean, doing all those fun things, hanging out with your director? So much fun, you guys. Okay.
That's awesome.
All right.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so
This
much.
was so fun.
She
I'm so glad
came
we
for
did it.
lunch and I put her to work. Isn't
Yeah.
that something?
Oh, no, I don't mind at all. I'm just sitting out here looking out at the ocean. And it's really hard work. Let's show them the ocean. Let's go like this. Okay, look. Oh, do you
There's the
see
pool,
it?
there's the ocean.
There's the
Can't
pool.
really
There's
see
the,
it.
oh, there's
There
the
it is.
pool.
You can kind of
And
see
there's
it.
the cars in the background. And there's
pool.
the ocean. That's all the ocean. That big white space.
That's all
behind it,
ocean, yeah.
It's just the ocean. So
Or the Gulf of Mexico.
the
actually.
Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
It's still the ocean.
Well,
there,
yeah,
isn't it?
if
I don't know
they're
what it
connected.
is. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
okay.
connected. Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Who would know? All right, guys.
Take
Bye.
care.
36. Go do it.
Love you guys. Okay, where's the little thing? Where's the clicker? Here we go. End video.
End video. Very good.
And
You save it, right? Oh, end.
if you want to end, you'll be able to choose if you want to save.